Stampers, this is Dawn, and today we're going to make a shaker card. We're going to be using the brand new Trick or Tweet stamp set. Isn't it cute? So you open it up and it looks like that, and then the shaker part is on the front cover of your card. So let's go ahead and get started. So we're using the basic black. This piece is cut at 4 1/4 by 8 1/2, and then you're going to score this at 4 1/4. Then a piece of Whisper White, which is 4 by 4, and that's going to be it for the inside. And then a piece of the Toil and Trouble designer paper. This is double-sided. We're going to use the stars. And this piece is also cut at 4 by 4. Then you're also going to need 2 window sheets, and these are cut at 3 1/2 by 3 1/2. So first we're going to go ahead and put our designer paper, we're going to tack it onto the front of the card, and then we're going to die cut it out. So let me go ahead and grab some snail. Just going to need a little bit. And since we're cutting out the center, I just put the adhesive on the center of my designer paper. And we're just going to go ahead and layer this onto the front where we want it. Okay, and then we're going to grab our big shot. Okay, so now we're going to grab our layering circle framelits. I'm going to use these two. We're going to actually cut a frame with the basic black as well. So I'm going to use the smaller, just the straight edge circle for my window. And we're going to center this. I'm going to look at it like that, and then we're going to cut that out. Okay, so it cut out the center of our designer paper and the basic black. And you can keep this piece for another project. All right, so now while we got the big shot out, we're going to go ahead and do some more die cutting. So we're going to cut out the frame. I'm going to use the basic black. And then we're going to run it back through with the straight edge. So we're just going to center this. Glare of the light. Right there, looks good. You might have noticed on my sample, I went ahead and cut a black one for the front and then a silver one for the inside. So if you want to do that, you can go ahead and do that. But I'm just going to cut the one. Okay, so for my foil sheet, I'm going to use the Cauldron Framelits, and this is in the holiday catalog. It coordinates with the Cauldron Bubble stamp set. You can buy these in a bundle right now and save 10%. So I'm going to go ahead and cut out a spider web. Okay, so there's my spider web. All right. And I think that's pretty much all the die cutting. So let's go ahead and make the big shot. Okay, so we're going to do some stamping. I'm going to use the Cauldron Bubble for the Happy Halloween. And then for all my little animals, I'm going to mask them. And this is from the Trick or Tweet stamp set. So we're using all 4 of the little critters there. They're so cute. And then for the greeting on the front of my card, I'm going to be using this Being Your Friend is a Real Treat. And this is from the Seasonal Chums. This set also has a coordinating framelit as well. It's called Seasonal Tags Framelits. Okay, so let's bring in our Memento ink. I'm going to stamp the greeting first. It's going to go on the front. So this is the one that says, Being Your Friend is a Real Treat. So cute. Then we're going to go ahead and punch that out with the 1-inch circle punch. This is going to go right on the front. Then we're going to bring in the foil sheet again. We're going to punch out the 1 1/8 scallop circle punch. I'm going to layer that with the greeting. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and do some masking. So we're going to grab our base of our card and the Whisper White piece. I'm going to just tack this down. Once again, like we did the designer paper to cut. But this time I'm going to make a guide to where I need to stamp. So I'm just adhering the Whisper White, not permanently yet. And then I'm going to fold this over, and then I'm going to draw a circle around the guide where that cutout is. So then this is going to give me a guide to where to stamp for my little critters. Okay. All right, now we're going to go ahead and do some stamping. Let me grab some grid paper. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I mask the critters. I've already have one that's colored, but I'll show you all the color of the blends that I used, and then I'm going to also show you how I mask the little animals. All right, so in my stamp set, let me grab it here. This is the Trick or Tweet, and I made a template of the animals with the Post-it note. So I have the elephant, the cat, and then also the dog. So we're going to use those. And using my circle as my guide, I'm going to stamp the elephant first. Okay, so we're going to stamp the elephant. Okay, then we're going to mask that. Okay, and then we're going to stamp the kitty cat. I'm going to stamp him right about here. Okay, and then we're going to mask the cat. Building up all the animals. We're going to mask them all. You could also cut out the animals and just kind of pop them up on a dimensional if you wanted to do that. Then we're going to take the little puppy dog. I'm going to stamp him over here. So cute. All right, and then we're going to keep this here. We're going to stamp the bird between the elephant and the dog, but kind of like on the trunk or his ear over here. Okay, so when we remove the mask, you got your little trick-or-treaters or your little critters there all dressed up. Isn't it cute? All right, next we're going to go ahead and remove our pencil line before we actually start coloring. So let me go ahead and do that. Okay. All right, now we're going to stamp the Happy Halloween down here at the bottom. Hopefully I can stamp this straight. Looks pretty good. Then we're going to stamp this greeting. It says from all of us, and this stamp is from the Signs of Santa, which is also in the holiday catalog, but I thought it was cute with all the little trick-or-treaters here. So I'm just going to stamp this just randomly over here on the left-hand side. So from all of us, Happy Halloween. Isn't that cute? All right, so now we're just going to go ahead and set this aside for a minute. We're going to let that dry before we color it. And we're going to build up our card to get that ready. Okay, so we're going to take our base of our card and we're going to grab our 2 window sheets. And I'm going to lay some snail around the window. Remember, we're working on the front of the card here. Let me open it up like this so you can see what I'm doing. So we're going to lay the first window sheet over top of the window. Remember, these are cut at 3.5 by 3.5. Okay. Then we're going to grab some foam adhesive strips. These work really nice because you can wrap them around the circle. You just need a couple strips. Let me get one off here. And the trick with this is because remember our window here and then our designer paper, right? We're going to layer all of this on top of that. When you're adding your foam adhesive strips or even your dimensionals, make sure you're going back far enough so it doesn't show. You can actually just go right around the whole window sheet if you wanted to do that as well. So you'd have enough room so basically you don't want your foam adhesive strips or your dimensionals to peek out of the window. Okay, and then you're also going to make sure that you don't have any gaps big enough for the sequins or the glitter or whatever you're using for your shaker part. I'm going to grab another foam adhesive strip here. Just need one more. But remember, I'm keeping it far enough away from that window so it will not show. Okay, and then while we have these out, we're going to go ahead and put on our designer paper with the adhesive foam. And I'm going to go right up to the edge of the designer paper because remember, this is cut at 4 by 4. So it's going to be able to layer over top of this foam adhesive strip that's on the window. Okay, so this is basically just layering over top of your window. So it doesn't really matter if you have little gaps in here. It's just finishing the card and adhering the designer paper down to the front of the card. Okay, so next we're going to go ahead and add our sequins. So let me grab that. Okay, so this is the Sequins Assortment, and this is the metallics. We also have the iridescent sequin assortment. Isn't it beautiful? Oh my gosh. So first I'm going to go ahead and peel off the backing of our adhesive foam strips. Okay, Then we're just going to grab a couple pinches of the sequins and add them right into the window. Or you can add more if you want. I always say more is better, but I only have a little bit left. And I might want to make another one. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and add our second window sheet right over top of that. Ooh, it just clinged to it. Okay. Press that down really good. Okay, so then this is going to be the shaker part of the card. Isn't that awesome? And then we're going to take our window. We're also going to peel the backing off of the adhesive strips. Okay, now we got to figure out which way the card was cut. Okay, I think I need to put this white behind it so I can see it better. Yep, right about there looks good. So then you're just going to place your designer paper over top of that window, just like that. So then there's your shaker card on the front. Isn't that awesome? Oh my gosh, I love it. All right, now we're going to go ahead and adhere our window, our little frame. I'm going to put this right over top of the window to kind of finish it out. Okay, we're going to take our spider web. Also just need a little bit of adhesive for that. I'm just going to put it up in the corner. I'm going to put that up into the left corner. Okay, then we're going to grab our greeting. We're going to go ahead and adhere these pieces together. Okay, and then this is going to get popped up on a dimensional. And then this is going to go right over top of the cobweb up on the front, right here. So cute. All right, now we're going to color the inside. So let me grab my Stampin Blends. All right, so here are my Stampin Blends that I'm using. So I'll show you which Stampin Blends I'm actually using on each part of the coloring process. So I'm just going to go ahead and color all the images, all right? Okay, so we're going to start with the Highland Heather, and I'm going to start with the lighter shade. Crumb Cake Dark. Forgot a piece of the dog. Okay, very cute. Okay, so there's our colored piece for the inside of the card. Now let me show you a little sample that I did. If you want to color the sky like in a sunset kind of a mood for your Halloween scene. So here's a sample that I made with just kind of playing around with the background. So I used the Mango Melody in the dark, and then also a little bit of the Daffodil Delight in the light, and then some pumpkin pie. But for the sake of my card, I'm just going to go ahead and use the Wink of Stella for the background, and then also add some Wink of Stella to my little animals. Isn't that cute? Oh my gosh. Hopefully that's picking up all the shimmer on there. Okay, so that's it. So now we just got to add this to the inside of our shaker card. So let me go ahead and do that. How cute. And then they peek through the window of the shaker card. You knock those sequins down, see? Isn't it cute? And then they open it up and it says, from all of us, happy Halloween. Isn't it cute? All right, so there's that one, and then here's this one. Okay, so that's how you make that really sweet shaker card, and I'll have all the items listed below, and then don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss any future videos. Okay, thanks for stopping by. We'll see you later. Bye.